Happy Monday. Happy Menu Monday. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day, and we have got such a show prepared for you. We're going to learn how to cook a steak on top of the stove. You don't always have to be out in slaving over a grill. You can use Lodge cookware and do a great job. Talk about the cowboy skillet. Yeah, it's a cowboy skillet steak coming up in the show in the Daily Yummy. Plus, we're going to go through some of the things coming up, a save the date portion of our show, new. But we're going to kick things off with a business spotlight with the Internal Revenue Service and the scams that are happening. Don't let it happen to you this tax season.
Tax season is here, and so are the IRS imposters. These scammers resort to all kinds of ways to steal your information and your tax refund. Hi, I'm Andre Avery, United States Postal Inspector. Scammers often target victims by posing as IRS agents. You may think you would never fall for this, but millions of Americans lose money in phone scams every year. The scammer often goes to great lengths to come across as legitimate. They will use a technique called spoofing to manipulate your caller ID so it appears the call is coming from the IRS. The phone call may be about a real or pretend tax payment, and the caller will threaten you with arrest if you don't pay them immediately. The caller may even give you a fake name or a phony IRS badge number. The minute a so-called IRS agent asks you for personal information, you know it's a scam. Just hang up. Be smart. Knowledge is the best tool you can use to protect yourself against an IRS scam. For more information on scams, visit uspis.gov.
Coming up, some things to save the date for April 27th, the night out for New Leash on Life. It is going to be at City Winery. Make sure that you go get your tickets early for that and support them. And even if you can't go, get your tickets and give them to somebody else. Pup Fest coming up April 6th. Adoption at all the Nashville Pet Products locations. A great place for your pet supplies. And they're having all sorts of adoptions available at all 5 of their stores, plus a lot of giveaways and great deals for your dogs and cats. We're going to talk a little bit about Easter's a-coming, and those Easter egg hunts are important. This one's in Smyrna. The Natural Gas Department sponsors it at Lee Victory Recreation Park at San Ridley Parkway on, let's see, it's going to be April 1st, 1 p.m. So make sure you save the date for that. Make sure you get in line for that, ages 1 through 12. So don't be looking for your chocolate eggs if you're 25. Just go get your own. Go to the nearest CVS or Walgreens and get your own chocolate eggs. Leave the little kids their places. Cajun Fest, May 27th. Save the date on that. And I don't know if you know little Risa Binder. She is just precious, and she's a great singer. And Risa Binder and friends, Story Sips and Songs, they will be at the Lounge, which is the smaller room at City Winery, April 5th. The block party taking place in Laverne, Tennessee, May 13th. It's Touch a Truck. It's great. It's free admission for kids. They just love it. They're going to have vehicles of all types. And if you have little ones, boys and girls, they love seeing the big equipment. And they've got vendors. They're going to have activities. They're going to have food trucks. That's at Veterans Memorial Park on Floyd Mayfield Drive. And that's in Laverne, Tennessee, May 13th. Well, let's go to Castellian Springs, the hidden history behind Crag Font. It's from cellar to attic, everything in between, starting April 29th and every month after that until November. 4 p.m. is when they start, and it helps support this wonderful place and preservation area in Castellian Springs. Let's head to Murray County, where they're having the Mule Towner Big Blue Pickin' Party. That's April 15th, the corner of Woodland and East 7th from 9 until 5 in downtown Columbia. It's a free event with food trucks and bands and tons of great junk. I love that. And if you're in Lebanon, you all know about Cahoots Dance Hall and Honky Tonk, proudly presenting Tracy Bird. Save this date and get your tickets early. Sponsored by Blackwell Realty and Auction Company. It's Friday, June the 2nd. 18 and up for the show, and you can get your tickets in advance. They're going to have a meet and greet package too. Tracy Bird, my friend, coming into Lebanon, Tennessee at Cahoots. And this is one of the biggest craft fairs ever in Middle Tennessee. And it takes place at Centennial Park, May 5, 6, and 7. And it's the 52nd annual Spring Tennessee Craft Fair. And I will tell you, there are no slouches at that craft fair. It is fantastic. Well, speaking of fairs, the biggest fair that I love going to is down in Murray County. Last year was the first year for the Homestead Festival. It was incredible. Everybody knows that Kevin Costner came, but my favorite thing was finding the goat soap lady from Wendover Farms down, I think, Lewisburg. Oh, y'all. And she's going to be back again. But I want you to meet the Homestead Channel started this year, and Rory Feek puts these amazing videos together about some of the people coming to the Homestead Festival. And here's one of the sneak peeks. I want you to save the date for the Homestead Festival and get your tickets in advance.
Melissa K. Norris, and a fifth-generation homesteader. Last year I got to come out to Hardison Mill Homestead for the very first time, and I was really excited. One, because I was getting to come to Rory Feek's farm, but also because I was getting to walk into a place and teach homesteading to people who were excited about it and to learn it. And not only that, but for myself to actually be surrounded by people who are living this lifestyle.
I first met Melissa K. Norris here at our farm during the HOA conference. I was actually in the kitchen, and I saw through the window that she was out in the garden teaching a demonstration on gardening. And so I just went out and joined everybody. When they had begun to set up all of the tents and the booths and stuff, I had offered to keep a section of my garden open so that some people could put their hands in the dirt, and also so I could have some help actually planting our garden. So Melissa spent some time, a couple different classes she taught, and it was really special for me, first off, to see what a heart that she has for it and how helpful it was.
I got to meet Rory briefly. Through that, we got to know one another, and so when I was coming back this year, Rory invited me to come a day early so that I could learn even more about what they're trying to do here at Hardison Mills Homestead, how they are focusing on creating not only a learning place, but a place where people can come together and really just being a blessing to people with both events here and with relationships and things that they can offer to the community in a lot of different ways. And I was able to help them as they plan to grow and expand their garden to feed more people within their family and their community.
She came a day early and spent the whole day with us here. We spent lots of time in the garden. We drove her all around the farm. We showed her kind of how we've got everything laid out, what our vision is and what our plans are. And she went through it all one by one and gave us her ideas on things that we could do better, things that we could try that we hadn't tried before. And it was very helpful, and it was just such a fun day that we had. And one of my favorite parts was she not only poured in the gardening advice and the homesteading advice, but she also poured into my daughter Hopi and my niece Megan not just as new up-and-coming homesteaders, but as women, and that was really fun to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing Melissa again this summer. I will be out her way for the Modern Homesteading Conference in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I think it's June 30th and July 1st. I'm going to come out there and speak and spend a couple of days, not at her farm exactly, but nearby. So I'm looking forward to being part of her event.
Follow along the Homestead channel. It's Rory Feek's channel, and it is fantastic. Fantastic. I recommend it highly. I mean, you just listen to it and let it wash over you. You just feel more peaceful just even watching the programming that they have there. The Homestead Festival is coming to Hardison Mills, Tennessee. If you just go and look up roryfeek.com, you're going to find everything you need to know about the Homestead Festival. Do not miss this event. It's not a cheap ticket, but it's like a college education in agriculture, all put into one weekend. There's music, there's food, there's demonstrations. It's incredible. Now it's time for a Daily Yummy. How do you cook a steak the cowboy way?
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Okay, this is a Daily Giggle that's a little interesting. We're going to go to Missouri to my friend Sara Morgan, who is a fantastic singer. She has a great song called One Night at the Opry, Church in a Bar. Those are all her songs, but she has got this song really, it went viral last week for her, and her husband was in the audience. And I'm just going to let her do the little intro to this song. And that's our Daily Giggle, brought to us by 50 Forward and the joinallofus.org campaign from the National Institute of Health.
I don't scroll. I don't even have a Twitter anymore. I think I deleted it after I saw this post. And it said, ladies, if your husband goes to work and you stay home, you're a slave. And I read this at 2 p.m. in my pajamas with a face mask on and a cup of coffee in my hand. I was like, dang, man. Okay. I mean, I'm not hanging out with JP Morgan Chase. You are. So, whatever. But this was my response to that. My apologies in advance. Sorry, Chris. You're the one who makes it possible for me to write crap like this. So. Well, he rose out of bed 5:30, puts on coveralls, kiss me on the cheek, says have a nice day. I wake up 5 hours later, run a bubble bath, Gourmet coffee, stock market, and a face mask. Well, I do what I want every single day. He does all the work, I'm the one gets paid. He cashes the checks and I decide where it all goes. I ain't nobody's slave, no, I'm a corporate CEO.
Hi everybody, Kelly Lang here. I want to encourage everybody to do one thing for yourselves today. One thing that would improve your confidence in yourself. Me, I'm going to get my nails done. Don't you think it's time? They're looking pretty rank. I know if I start feeling better about myself, I then am a nicer and happier person, better wife, better mother, better daughter, better friend. If I feel more confident in myself, there's nothing wrong with taking care of ourselves. I always love to hear the word self-care. It seems self-centered, but it's really not. It's like when you are on an airplane and you hear them say, put the oxygen on the parent's face first and then put it on the child's. If the mom is being taken care of, she is more equipped to be a better mother for her children. And it's all across the board. It's very important to be just a human being and not necessarily a human doing all the time. Just breathe today, enjoy the day, get out for a walk. If you can't afford to get your nails done perhaps, or a facial or a massage to make yourself feel better, just be quiet. Being quiet is a really beautiful gift, and it's free to everybody. But do something kind for yourself today, because you matter. Have a good one.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation is constructing the I-24 Smart Corridor project to improve travel time reliability from Rutherford County to Davidson County. This is a three-phase project, with Phase 2 planned to be completed October of this year. Representatives came to a City Council workshop meeting to give an update.
Thanks again for having us. We appreciate y'all and everything that Murfreesboro is doing as part of the team. We have 4 agencies that are part of the Smart Corridor team. This project is about safety and reliability. And the goal and the mission of TDOT is to provide a safe and reliable transportation system. So we have our 4 goals. It's very important that we have our reliability of travel time, mobility for all modes, the concentration of crashes we're trying to improve, and then develop agency coordination. That's part of why we try to come and talk to all the city councils along the corridor, just to express our thanks and also continue that partnership for all the local agencies that are involved in the project. So Phase 1 we've completed. We put in some roadside DMS, dynamic message signs. We've put in communication infrastructure. That project was completed back in December 2021, so we came and talked to y'all just before that project was complete. Now Phase 2 is really the more visible portion of the project. We've got 67 of the lane control gantries that you'll see out there on the interstate between State Roads 102 and 440 out there. We're also putting in a variable speed limit system out there. So that'll serve to let folks know well in advance when there's a crash out there on the interstate. And then also, we're putting in traffic signal timing and have all the infrastructure in place, all the technology in place in order to manage traffic if there's a crash out there on I-24. That's a really important piece of the project. That's where the partnership with the local agencies come in. Murfreesboro has been great to work with. Jim and Rom and his staff, they're a great partner, so that whenever there's a crash on I-24, which we all know happens quite often, we're able to manage that traffic when it diverts over to State Road 1. In this phase of the project, we're at the completion date since October 2023. That includes a 6-month burn-in period, which we're about to start here in April. Now, when we get to Phase 3, that's the kind of a capstone of the project. One of the other big elements of that project is going to be ramp metering, ramp flow meters. which will help to smooth traffic coming onto the interstate and to try to address some of those phantom traffic jams you see out there every day. Ramp meters will help to alleviate that. And then the other big element of phase 3 is coming in with arterial cameras and arterial dynamic message signs to help let traffic know where to go when they get off Interstate 24, and also to give that much more information to the traffic engineers to manage the traffic signal system. And just a little picture of our schedule here. As it shows here, we're in the middle of the CSAT, stands for Conditional System Acceptance Test, so we're right there in the middle of that acceptance testing. We plan on going into operations in April or May of this year, so we're right there at the end of a 3-year project. So it's been really exciting to see it all come together. And then phase 3, we're getting design going. We should be able to get into the construction of that project coming into next year. KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators. So we want to be able to measure what we're doing out there, how it's improving traffic, how it's improving safety. And then for maintenance as well, the system is only going to be successful if the infrastructure we're putting out there is available and up when we need it to be. You're not expecting to get to your destination with free flow traffic the entire time. It's over time, you can expect how long it's going to take you to get to your destination. This technology we're putting in with the variable speed limits and lane control system have been proven to work in other areas. In Texas, they saw almost a 50% reduction in crashes with the Q warning system, which this is a really advanced Q warning system we're putting in here. Variable speed limits are able to reduce collisions by almost 50% in Virginia. So you see here that these other areas that have tried this technology have had success, and we expect to have similar success in Tennessee here.
Our motto is that early and exciting awareness is key. We will be communicating frequently and very early in the process. So that Go Live event is going to be more of a VIP event. Projects like this is investment in technology on our roadways. The second there is our 24-day promotional campaign. What we want to make sure is that the public understands what these gantries even do. And then, of course, we'll continue to update the usual channels that we've always had. The goals of this project are that we want to improve safety in this stretch of roadway, and we want to make sure to increase and promote travel time reliability. So these gantries aren't necessarily going to make your trip shorter, but what it will do, and what I and our team will be communicating, is that it will make it more reliable.
What does that mean for you if you live in Murfreesboro? Well, you're the first smart corridor. I didn't know what a smart corridor was, and I wanted to let that go ahead and play out so you guys could understand too. This is going to mean a lot. It's going to help traffic flow in and out of Murfreesboro along I-24, which has been a bad situation. It's always so slow there because there's so much growth in Murfreesboro. So what does this mean to things like if you're looking at real estate? Well, when a smart corridor goes in and it increases the ease of traffic flow, less accidents and things like that, it makes real estate prices go up because those are easier to get to. All of a sudden, you've got this place that's more desirable than it was yesterday. Well, let's go to Franklin County now, because there's this, we talk about all these farm shows and everything, and we show these farming implements, and people don't realize some of these big tractors are over $100,000, well into over $100,000, six-figure tractors. So when a young farmer wins at one of these expos and they win a new tractor, what does it mean?
I'm very honored to be able to receive this tractor. It's a special day to me here. I'm looking forward to putting it to use this year. Kubota is doing really good with their sponsorship in this organization. I'm very happy for them, and Farm Bureau, they're making a difference in the lives of many young farmers. My plan to use this tractor a whole lot in our hay and our straw that we grow. With a loader on this one, we'll probably be moving bundles with it. We bundle our small bales in bundles of 21, so it's going to have a busy job doing that, but it'll probably also be doing some raking and some baling and all sorts of different things. That is just really special to me to be able to receive another one. That's something I never thought would happen, but that first one was better than I expected, and I'm really excited to have another one here on the farm.
We're just trying to give back to the farming community. We know that the future of farming is in the young people, and if we can partner with an organization like the Young Farmers and Ranchers by doing that, we're invested in the future, and we know that future is bright, it's strong here in Tennessee. Each one is a little different, each one's special in its own way, and today it's just a beautiful farm we're standing on, beautiful family, beautiful people that are hard workers, and it's obvious that their hard work has paid off.
It's amazing to me to be standing here with this Kubota behind me. When I started in Young Farmers and Ranchers long ago, this was something that it would have sure been nice to have, but it took some growth to get here. With these good prizes that are being given in this Achievement Award contest, it's just inspiring farmers to fill out those applications and do a better job on their farm, making those outstanding young farmers that creates not only better stewards of God's land, but better leaders in the community, and it just creates a better, bigger picture everywhere.
Well, a big thank you to Kubota Tractor and to Farm Bureau for those wonderful stories that they're sending and producing and sharing with the world. And we love to be part of that link to letting the world know what you're doing here at Main Street today. Let's head out and see what happens in the state of Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, and heading toward Linden. Let's take a look at what's going on. Our governor was there for this.
This is a really important day to me. The things that are happening right here are the reason that Tennessee is leading the nation. Every person that lives in this state should understand that what happens in rural Tennessee matters to every single one of us.
You know, it's often been said, what makes Tennessee's brand so great are the brands that choose to invest in the state of Tennessee. And that's certainly what we have here today with NYX.
When we came in 2012, it was empty. There was nothing in the plant. We've invested nearly $25 million since that point. We now employ about, as Alan said, about 280 people. And over the next 4 years, our commitment is a further investment of $10 million and 140 more jobs.
NIX, investing in Middle Tennessee, Linden, Tennessee to be exact. And, we have to know the value of our farming lands that are in Tennessee and not let them all be bought up by outside folks. And but we want to welcome industry to the rural areas and to keep the places economically alive and protect the farming communities that exist within that. And they can all work symbiotically together. And I love that. And that's the kind of message we like to promote here at Main Street today. Be safe, everybody. Be kind. And remember, most of all, you are loved. Enjoy this beautiful day.
We are home. We are family. We are things to do and place to see. Mom and pops, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your